Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you guys how to do a JKD intro from a Pincho Guacho series. Traditionally, there are 4 different ranges in JKD that we talked about, right? So there's going to be, first is going to be the kicking range, then you have a punching range, trapping range, and the last one's going to be a grappling range, right? Now, in this particular set, we're going to explore basically going from a kicking, punching into trapping range. So the sets are really simple, right? Sometimes we'll talk about this, you have a high reference hand for the trapping. You also have a low reference hand for the trapping position, right? So these are the 2 reference points we can talk about, high or low, right? Now, let's say that Mike's gonna throw a low jab to my body, right? I may respond with the rear hand like this, right? I might respond with the front hand like this, or sometimes I might respond with the rear hand like that, right? There are different possibilities of how the guy can respond, right? Now, for this specific sequence, right, when he low jabs my body, I'm gonna trap, I'm gonna low block like this. So the first thing he's gonna do is gonna trap my forehand down and then do a back fist. So it's going to go from entry to a trapping range. If I stay here, he might follow through a combination. But the first set, I actually got to move back so he can go into the kicking range. Right? So one more time. He goes low jab to my body. I block. He's trapped and back fist. And then I step back into a kicking range. So sometimes you see this too. If he does low jab, boom, I block. He trap and punch my head. Boom, like that. If I do move back, that first kick will go straight into my groin. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2. I block the first jab. He traps and back fist right there. If I don't move my body, he's not going to do any 3 combination of his choice, right? So it's going to be 3 punch. For now, for the safety of the camera, we'll go cross to cross. I think we'll step back. Then he'll go into the kicking range. So that's number 2. So we'll do it one more time. He low jabs. I block low. He traps and back fist. He goes cross to cross. Step into kicking range. That's number 2. Number 3. He low jabs. I block. He traps and back fist, but this time I'm going to go into a kicking range first. Then he steps into the punching range and then step out into kicking range one more time. Okay, so again, he low jabs my body. I'm going to respond with a low block. He traps and back fist, right? I'm going to move back. So now we go to kicking range, boxing range, and then kicking range again, right? So these are the basic ways you can practice in between. Now we're going to add in some trapping variation. So off the next one, he low jabs, right? But this time, when he traps and back fist, I'm going to use this rear hand to push him across. So from here, he's going to trap. Notice how he's grab my hand down. He's going to back fist one more time, and then follow through the combinations, and then into the kick, okay? So we're going to do this nice and slow. He low jabs. I block. He's going to trap and back fist. I'm going to push him across. Notice I use the momentum to grab my hand through, right? For now, he's going to hit to my head. But I'm going to put the pad right here so he can aim through the pad. From here, I'm going to retract my hand. He goes cross, hook, cross. I step back. He goes in the kick. Okay, so that's number 4. Now, of course, people can respond differently based on the hand's trapping, right? Sometimes he trapped my hand low like this. I got scared. Maybe my hand will come back up like that, right? So that creates a variations. So now he low jabs. He goes low. He trapped. I raised my hand back up because I got scared. Then he traps again. Then he pushed my hand through. That's the same variation as the previous one, except the hand raises back up, okay? So that's number 5. We'll try this one more time. He low jabs my body. I block. He traps again. I raise my hand back up, right? And he traps again. And then, boom, he goes through a back fist. And then cross to a cross, and then into a kick. Just like that. We're going to switch the angle and do everything one more time, okay? So the first one, he low jabs. I block. He trapped into a back fist. I'm going to move back into a kicking range, right? Number 2, he low jabs my body. I block. He traps. Notice how I stay right here and block the shot. Then we'll go 3 punch into a kicking range. That's number 2. Number 3, we're going to add in kicking and punching. So he traps, back fist. My hand comes out to block, right? From here, I'm going to step back. He kicks, cross to cross, and the kick, right? That's number 3. Number 4, we're going to go into trapping. He traps my hand. I push the hand across. So now he's got time to do a lopsided guacho. Then cross to cross into the kick. And the very last one, I'm going to respond because my body goes, 1, I freaked out. Or maybe I respond differently. So my hand raises back out. So he now traps my hand. Then lopsided guacho. And then same thing, cross to cross into a kick, right? And these are just a basic ways you can train your JKD or your entry settings, right? Of course, you can create multiple entry. You can create multiple takedowns at the end. For now, for the sake of the curriculum, we can keep it simple. He just low jabs me, boom, right here, right? Now, of course, sometimes when I teach, I tell the guys that you fake high, punch low. Boom, right there. See it? Now he can go, boom, the trap, and then go cross across into the kick, right? So there's a lot of ways you can like add in before and after to make it more interesting. I like to utilize the fake or the feint. So when he enters, we gotta stay out of a line. He fake high, boom, boom, right there. The first one, you trap back fist and then into a kick. That's number one. Now, sometimes the guy has more flexibility. You can, instead of low kick, you can do midline kick or high kick, right? And just keep in mind that you can create this in multiple settings, but as long as you train safely, there's a lot of ways you can play about this, okay? All right, guys, so here's the same combination with a little quicker speed, right? So we're gonna go through this one more time. So number one, low jab, boom, boom, and then two kick. Number two, 1, 2, number 3, I back up. Number 4, we're gonna go into trapping, right there. And last one, I'm gonna raise my front hand so he traps, boom, 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 right? Now I'm gonna change angle the same way. Sometimes I want you to fake high, then you punch low, right there. Notice that body change. The fake high creates illusion. So now when he low jabs, I may not have time, so my hand has to come down low. Then he traps, he back fist, cross across into a kick, right? You can make it more dynamic after the kick, enter for a takedown, or enter just do a double but don't take down. So enter high, boom, low. Watch, cross across, enter, boom, right there, see? That's how you can finish, right? So now we can complete a trapping, kicking, punching range into a grappling. Once you take down, submissions, whatever you want, right? But as far as a beginner level, you can fake high, boom, punch low. Fake low, high, low, right there, right? There's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can fake a kick, and then boom, into a low punch, boom, right there. And then trap, back fist, and then cross across, boom, into a kick, right? And for the trapping purposes, just make sure whenever you trap, you want to stay tight and make sure your body are moving fluently, right? Don't stiff. Relax your body so that we can practice safely, okay? And remember, guys, the drills are only going to teach you the attributes that can develop your mechanics and your responses, right? So now we're going to go into the application side of this, okay? The way I break down is you can go into offensive or defensive technique, right? Offensive means I'm going to attack, and he's going to respond to my technique. So let's say if I do a jab to the body like that, and he defends block, that's when I can pop and then follow through, right? That's one way. Now, sometimes you might say, what if he doesn't block? If he doesn't block, boom, then you follow through your technique, right? There's two ways that people typically block on a low body shot. One is they will block with a lead hand like that. The way I like to set up sometimes in my sparring, I will do a high jab and low cross to the body. To defend that low cross to the body, see how the hand pairs through? That's when I trap and back fist, right? So I go high and low like that. As soon as I feel the hands coming through, I'll trap and back fist and I'll hook and I move out into a kick. That's one way you can defend or use the technique, right? And of course, there's so many different ways you can actually apply the technique. Just depending on how you want to do it. So number one is I throw a high line and low jab to the body. If he block, I trap. If he doesn't block, then I follow through with that right cross. Number two is I do a high jab and low cross to the body. If he pairs like this, then you would trap like that. And then you can follow through a hook cross and then now take to the body, right? That's one way. The other way is I can defend based on his attack. If he does a low jab to my body, I could do this and I can defend quickly and trap the hand. What I also like to do is go and hit the attack and then trap like that. In Wing Chun, we tend to go like this, right? But of course, in sparring, I may not have the time to do this. So I might respond this quickly and then boom, I'll back it up and then trap like this, right? That's one way. So you can defend low on my response because I'm behind time. So when I respond to him, my hand goes low, then I'll trap the hand and then back fist and then follow through my combination, right? And of course, I would say this depending on who your instructor is and how you train and how you talk. There are so many different ways, and there's no right or wrong way as long as you experiment and play with it. And just remember, when you train safely, right? You want to understand the attributes and understand the fundamental position for the drill. But don't go into the game and just going super hard. So always take your time. So offensively, I initiate the attack. I low jab, and then I trap back fist, and then do whatever you want. You can sometimes low jab and back fist, boom, double leg. That's one way. The other way is I shoot in. Notice how the body move off the angle like that. Then you can trap and back fist, and then follow through the combination. From time to time, I do this a lot. So my body, I'll do it 2 times.
The reason why I do a couple times in the sparring, because I want to respond to this. See, sometimes I'll do that. When they follow me, I go back high. So you can go high, low, and high right there, and you can follow through your combination. Defense side, he attacks me. One way is I block like that. Even when I block like this, see look, the back fist will be right there. He blocks, if he comes in, I block, the back fist can be right here. So even when he jab, time to time, my hand will go like this, right? And of course, the trick is, his hand never stays. He jabs, his hand will go back. So the trick is, as I do this, I actually want to capture this. That's why I always make a hook on my hand for that back fist. So one is, he attack low, I block, then I trap. Two is, he attacks high, but my hand goes like that. Before he chambers, I follow him. Make sure I have to follow him. I don't stay right here and do this. Because by the time I do this, he might be backing up or he might be following through the combination. Okay, guys? I hope you guys liked the video today. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the section below, and I'll see you guys next week.